I think it's one of the core jobs of leaders to make sure that bullying meets with consequences.
Hello, welcome back. This is part two of a multi-part series, an interview I did with author and CEO Kim Scott. Kim Scott wrote a book which was instrumental in my development, and that book was Radical Candor. And now she's got a new book called Just Work. It's a wonderful book full of insightful ideas that can help you become a better leader, a better employee, and create cultures where employees can bring out their best. Let's get back to the interview where Kim and I talk about what you can do to help put in consequences for those that might bully, some things to address bias, and measures that you can employ to ensure that you're not allowing your bias to come to the fore and to make sure that you're not the bully. So let's get back to the interview now. I hope you enjoy it.
My experience is that it is a leader's responsibility to create consequences for the bullying. And only when they experience consequences of their bullying do they stop. So I think that the things that work in the workplace are, one, you want conversational consequences. You need to learn how, especially as the leader, to take the platform away from the person, to shut them down in the moment. But the second consequence is compensation. You want to make sure that if you have a performance management system, if you're giving ratings to people, that if someone has a habit of bullying others, that gets reflected in their rating and in their bonus. And in fact, when I was at a big tech company in Silicon Valley, the rating system took a look at the person's results and the person's teamwork and the person's ability to innovate. If a person got a low rating on teamwork, that was their rating. No amount of good results could make up for it. And that really made a difference. And then, of course, the third thing you need to focus in on is career. And so you want to make sure you're not promoting people who indulge in bullying. And by the way, they often do get promoted. Another Australian tech company I work with, they have a great rule, which is we don't promote the brilliant jerks. We're not going to do it. And I think that's been a big part of their success. Bias is a pattern, and we can disrupt bias. There's three parts to bias disruptors. The first part is a shared vocabulary. So sit down with your team and figure out what is going to be the word that or phrase that you all are going to use when you notice bias. So Trier Bryant, my co-founder, and I, we wave a purple flag. But other teams we work with, one team throws up a peace sign, another team says, ouch, when they notice it. Another team says, I don't think you meant that the way it sounded. Whatever it is, the most important thing is that you talk to your team about this and choose a phrase that you're going to use. The next part of bias disruptors is a shared norm. So if I'm the one whose bias is being disrupted, what do I say or do? Because I don't know about you, but when someone points out to me that I've been biased, I feel ashamed. And I rarely respond at my best when I feel ashamed. And so you want to help people to learn how to move through that shame. So teach people to say, thanks for pointing it out. I get it. I'm working on it. Or thanks for pointing it out, but I don't get it. Can you explain it to me after the meeting? Because very often we do something that has harmed someone and we don't even know what we did wrong. And now you're doubly ashamed. You know, I've hurt someone and I'm ignorant. And so helping people move through that is really important. And then the third part to bias disruptors is you want to make sure that you are really committed, a shared commitment to disrupting bias at least once in every meeting, because it's there. And when you start looking at it and it becomes like a fun game to say, what did we say? What did we miss? And we're learning together, then it takes a lot of shame out of the game.
What's something that you're currently working on that you'd really like to promote and have people think about that you think could make a difference in the world?
If everyone can try the bias disruptors idea that I just had and share with me what your experience is, why did it work? Why did it not work? I think that would have a huge impact. And of course, buy the book, Just Work. Let me know what you think.
How do folks get a hold of you to give you feedback on Just Work, to give you feedback on their bias disruptor experiments? What's the best way for them to get a hold of you?
You can go to justworktogether and we've got, you can send us notes there. You can also follow me. I'm at Kimball Scott at Just Work Book.
If you'd like to know more, contact me, James Samana, at LinkedIn, or info@insightfulpath.com.au. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.
Yeah, it turns out that brutality is not very effective, is it?
No, thank heavens.